Hello and welcome back to another timeless video. Yes, indeed, of course, playing this format, continuing to play this format until I get tired of it because so far I've been enjoying it a bunch. I have a couple new decks in the pipeline. We're trying out blue-white control today, but it's not just generic blue-white control, it's a bit of a spicy control list. I'm gonna say already that this is a bit more experimental than maybe things you've already seen, and perhaps in the future I will play a more normal blue-white control list as well, with like Snapcaster Mage or something like that. I started building blue-white control, and the way I ended up here with these two guys, you're really wondering what's going on there, probably. Why is he playing some random 5-drops? Is because the question of what kill condition you run in this format is very interesting in blue-white control. There's a couple options. On one hand, there's Kaleem, which is this Sphinx or Djinn or whatever it is. This flying Djinn Emperor that's being played in Alchemy and Historic as a kill condition. Pretty powerful, pretty good. Just comes into play after you cycle it a couple of times. And then there is also very nice with dig through time, by the way, because you can like dig it up and bring it back faster potentially. Then we have Uro, which, you know, Uro just fits the bill of exactly what you want to be doing as a kill condition in any type of control deck. It's resilient, it's good against counter magic, it gains you life, it draws you cards, it's huge. It's good in the early game, right? Like a kill condition is usually kind of mediocre at the beginning, right? Because it's like something more clunky, something more expensive that you sort of have to work for. That's what makes Kaleem and Uro both so good, right? You just invest a little bit. So yeah, Uro is a good option too. Double green a bit tough, but certainly doable with the fetch land mana base of these days. But yeah, I ended up with this, which I got the idea from a historic deck, which is Fragment Reality plus Leyline Binding, where you target your own Leyline Binding with Fragment Reality. You get a creature with mana cost less than Leyline Binding, or the enchantment, in your deck into play right away tapped. So, for example, there's this broken historic deck that plays a bunch of Leyline of Sanctity, Leyline, just a bunch of Leylines, and then mulligans to Fragment Reality, and then puts a Geist of St. Traft into play on turn 1 by exiling one of their Leylines that they put into play from their hand. It's a pretty degenerate deck. But yeah, so here it's just a 2-card combo to make one of these 5-drops. And what's nice about Fragment Reality and Leyline Binding, not just like some other combo cards, they're both good cards in this format. Leyline Binding, I mean, is insane, obviously. We have fetch land mana base now, so we can dig ourselves out Raffine's Tower and Ketria Triome very easily, and boom, 1 mana Leyline Binding. And Fragment Reality is very good against all the various 1-drops. It just gets rid of them. It just, there's a Ragavan, it just kills it cleanly. Because, you know, most people don't have 0 mana cards in their deck, or 0 mana creatures, so you can just get rid of them. Yeah, it does that. Of course, when you want to kill a 2-drop and you play against a deck with 1-drops, yeah, the card becomes a lot more awkward. So I think in general maybe Portable is the better option in that slot. But in this deck with Leyline Binding and the combo of finding one of these 2 creatures, I went with the Reality. And then the best removal ever, perhaps, Swords to Plowshares, a reason to play white as your control color. Yeah, maybe the biggest reason. Leyline Binding is also a good reason, I guess. And then we have Brainstorm, of course. We have Counterspell, which is just beautiful. We have Reprieve, which I wanted to have some more early game, and I think this is kind of nice. It goes around Veil of Summer, which can be pretty important in the post-board games when you can sort of sniff out that they slow rolled their card to have 1 more extra mana up for the Veil of Summer, and you can reprieve their 3-drop or whatever they try to resolve, and they're going to be kind of unhappy about that. Then another question mark, very strong card in Historic, of course, of automatic 4-off in Historic and all these blue control decks. But I don't know. I don't know. The charm might be a little too slow for this format. You still get a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of very powerful 1-drops you can steal. Of course, you don't necessarily want to get hit by a Ragavan twice and then steal it. But yeah, you have a counterspell, you have a card draw spell, you have all sorts of things going there. So I think we'll see. This is a big question mark. Couple of Teferis. Teferi is a busted card, banned in a lot of formats, of course. But I feel like Orcish Bowmaster especially made Teferi a lot more awkward. I realized that in like older formats, and it's legal in Modern still, for example. And Teferi there did feel kind of shitty against Bowmaster. And as the more I play this format, this is just really Orcish Bowmaster might be the most played card. For good reason. I mean, the card is pretty outrageous. Lines up really well, especially when everybody's playing Ragavan and Dragon Rage Chandler. Bowmaster is just absolutely nasty. So Teferi not that great against it, but hey, Teferi still has other use cases. You're not always going to play against it, and it's just a strong card, so I'm going with 2 copies here for now. 1 copy of Temporary Lockdown, 1 copy of Verdict in the sort of sweeper slot. I think Lockdown is pretty good in this format. Just in theory, it seems very great. Everybody's playing small stuff, and it just gets rid of that. It even gets rid of the Oko tokens forever. If your opponent starts to get off with Oko a little bit, you can buy yourself time, get rid of those food tokens that turned elk. 1 copy of Warning Emperor. So there's no Teferi Hero of Dominaria, which is like the standout, always played in blue-white control card. But I feel like that one is a bit too clunky and expensive and unnecessarily risky, in the sense that, you know, like if you're playing against a blue deck, it's going to be, yeah, just very bad against counterspells. And even against other decks, it's a 5 mana play, so it's just too expensive. But I think Wandering Emperor is a card that can translate over from these other formats to this format. Not in high numbers, but I think it's somewhat reasonable, because the floor on this card is very high. How do you say that? Like, it's never that bad. It has flash. It can be a pretty annoying threat to deal with for some decks if they don't have a clean answer to a Planeswalker. You might run away with some Samurai tokens. You know, like in these hyper efficient formats where everything is like super cheap and hyper efficient, a card that can produce 2 Samurais, or like kill a thing, make a Samurai or something, or have that flexibility, have that ability to make a couple more resources, can be pretty huge. And then at instant speed, it's always nice to have. Let's talk about Cerise, Slayer of Fear. It's sort of the Baneslayer. It's a big Baneslayer that draws you cards for the amount. Like it finds you it seeks a card from your deck for the amount of life you gained, and then basically you hit them for 5, or you gain 5 life in the beginning of your post-combat main. You get to seek a card. So it's a Baneslayer that draws cards, essentially. It doesn't fly, but draws cards. So that, I think, makes it a little better than Baneslayer, because flying is like kind of whatever. But we also do have an angel here. Sigarda, Host of Herons, just your clean hexproof kill condition. No questions asked. Basically, you can only remove this via sweeper, because sacrifice abilities don't work anymore against it. Yeah, just your clean kill condition. Yeah, Dig Through Time, one of the most broken spells ever. What I like about it is, compared to Treasure Cruise, it's an instant, of course, which is nice, but it also goes around Orcish Bowmaster. It gives you something to do when they have Bowmaster to dig to like a Verdict or some removal for the Bowmaster to then enable your Brainstorms or what have you again. And then the mana base is pretty stark. We don't have a lot of utility lands besides Mystic Sanctuary. If I wouldn't play Mystic Sanctuary, I probably would play, you know, some man lands, Castle Vantress and stuff. Castle Ardenvale, I think, is kind of good in this format too, technically, in a control deck, but it doesn't work well with Archmage Charm to have non-blue sources, so I only have 2 planes to play around Blood Moon, and to have some non-pain lands to fetch, if I need, like, white mana. Yeah, Mystic Sanctuary, that one is a big one. Also banned in a couple of formats, I think. Is it banned in Legacy? It's definitely banned in Modern. It was pretty egregious there. And yeah, we have fetch lands. We can put back a Dig Through Time. We can put back our Verdict. A Swords to Plowshares. It's just a very nice thing with fetch lands to get that later in the game, and basically have your fetch land be a very strong spell. It's super good. Yeah, sideboard real quick. Stern Scolding, Spell Pierce, Change the Equation, Mystical Dispute, just a couple more counterspells for all kinds of problems. A couple of Veil of Summers for the counterspell mirror matches, or against a black discard deck. I mean, Veil of Summer is going to be one of the strongest sideboard cards in the format for sure. Pithing Needle, of course, against, you know, Oko and what have you. Soulguide Lantern, a little graveyard interaction, another temporary lockdown, another verdict for more sweeper action. Narset as a one-off, Teferi number 3 for blue matchups, and then a copy of Tolsimir, which you can swap with the Sigarda if you're playing against someone where you just have to survive and where you don't really care that much about the hexproof. And yeah, the Narset is just, again, for the blue matchups, I guess, against Brainstorm. Just seems like a nice card in this format. Or, you know, like, I don't know much yet. We're still in the early stages, trying stuff, throwing things at the wall and then seeing what sticks sort of that way. And that's why I'm playing some of these cards. All right, this is a bit of a fun take on blue-white control with Sigarda, Host of Herons to get the job done. Let's try it out. All right, this hand I think is too weak. We're playing against Lurrus. We don't have an early play. Double dig through time. This is a mulligan. Okay, this is a keep, of course. Do I put back land? Or do I put back one of these white cards? I think I just put back a land. I think my deck is not very expensive. I can get by with 3 lands here on the draw. Okay, discard spell. Yeah. So black-green Lurrus deck, maybe Junt with Lurrus. By the way, one downside of this format is how incredibly expensive it is. Let me say so. It is, like, I own a lot of cards in Arena, so for me it's not that bad. But if you really want to get into this, there's a lot of cards that you probably otherwise wouldn't play, right? Like Swords of Plowshares. You don't need that for anything else besides this format. And some of these alchemy cards. So yeah. It's not optimal. So the reality I'd probably just keep for a 1-mana card. The dig through time, of course, very nice here as a draw. Alright, nothing. So, I mean, that is very likely an Orcish Bowmasters, because otherwise you would return Lurrus to your hand. Just gonna get the Triome. Keep in mind that the 4th fetch, like the 4th island basically, is it's going to be a Mystic Sanctuary potentially, and then be good in that way. Oh, no way! You had it! I can't believe it. Alright, we're at 19. I'm probably gonna take a few hits from these 1/1s. I'm gonna dig through time maybe into a sweeper. But yeah, I think sweepers aren't that great in this format because there's so many threats that you just have to kill right away, like Ragavan especially. And like people don't deploy too many threats either. Okay, so I could use Fragment here and then Inquisition wouldn't hit anything. I could also, yeah, I have the combo in hand, right? I could just get a big boom by using that and kill the token in the process. Yeah, that's, I didn't even I'm playing this combo in my deck. I didn't even think about it. Oh, that's hilarious. So I might want to get Hallowed Fountain to get an island so I can Mystic Sanctuary, but I would take 2 more damage. I think 2 damage is okay. 13. So if I hit the 5/5, like what I like about the 5/5, I think it's kind of difficult to kill. I mean, a Junt deck can maybe do it with like Molten Collapse or something like that. Yeah. Okay, we hit the Sigarda. I mean, that 5/5 is impossible to kill. So yeah, Phone's not happy seeing that dig through time. Yeah, dig through time, I mean, seems, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely nasty. So I don't really have to worry about any cards. I'm not playing Snapcaster. I would play Snapcaster, but you cannot play Snapcaster with Fragment Reality and Leyline as a combo with these two, because you could hit Snapcaster, so that's not a good idea. Okay, opponent just wasted 2 mana, kind of telling me that they are sitting on fatal pushes, maybe. And yeah, that's the thing also. If you play blue-white control, all these lightning bolts, unholy heats, fatal pushes, they will all be bad. So that's pretty nice. I think the Dragonrage Chandler is allowed. So bit of a question point here with the Polluted Delta. Do I want to put anything on back on top? I probably just do not. So I don't really need anything. So I guess I'll just use all the... Nah, that seems kind of bad too. I guess what I could fetch. With the fetch on the stack, could use this. And then put the dig through time back on top. I think I'm making this too complicated. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just not gonna even get a Mystic Sanctuary. Because like that makes all my future fetches better. Right now I don't really need anything. Yeah. Like all my future fetches are still gonna be Mystic Sanctuaries. I have a Counterspell in hand. I'm not looking to get anything. I don't need anything. I'm happy. I'm content with life as is. So far, so good. Opponent's dead in 2 turns. And I got 2 counterspells in my hand. Not a Bomi. Lightning bolt to the face. Going to 8. I'm thinking about stealing this Dragonrage Chandler, but I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's the one flying card they have, technically, that lets them survive, but I have a Leyline Binding for it, so... They're attacking me with both, yeah? Alright. Putting me to 6. So, I have double Counterspell. If you have triple bolt, I have it covered, right? Like, no, triple bolt. Yeah, I have triple bolt covered, technically, but they can't have triple bolt. Nah, this is impossible to win, right? They probably have double bolts. Why even play this out when you concede right after you deal me 2 damage? Come on. Okay, alright. What do I want? So I'm playing against the Lyris deck, so Temporary Lockdown is probably a card I should consider. Scolding is good against both Arcanist and Bowmasters. Veil of Summer is not bad. A bit worse on the draw, for sure. I don't really have bad cards. I guess, like, Reprieve, probably not what I want. Maybe Counterspell isn't great here, honestly. Verdict. Veil of Summer, Tolsimir. Just Tolsimir as a playable card on turn 5 could be good. I mean, this is Jund. Like, the game is going to go a little bit. Okay, maybe cutting all the counterspells is a bit egregious. Verdict is kind of nice against Lyris specifically. Like, they get Lyris back, play it, and I can Verdict. I don't know, Reality seems fine too. Maybe Teferi is bad, actually. It's just a super creature-centric deck, right? I don't have to worry about Oko. Seems like a pretty good matchup for me, honestly. Counterspell on the draw seems a bit iffy, though. I don't know about that. I'll just play Verdict. I mean, Verdict is a 4-mana card. It's just Counterspell on the draw against these 1-drop, 2-drop Lyris decks. It doesn't seem that great. Archmage's Charm, not that amazing either, but it has more use cases, at least. So here I can go Ketria Triome, maybe? Take the Brainstorm. Ketria Triome allows for a turn 2 Leyline. Very unlikely I'm gonna need a turn 2 Leyline to be fair, but maybe I just get the Raffine's Tower to have my double white locked up. Okay. Shocked yourself, so maybe they have another discard spell. Sanctuary is a pretty thick card against discard spells as well. It's like no matter how much they discard, at some point you're gonna get your powerful spell back. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting, huh? Do I want to kill that immediately? The Lyris is gone, by the way. That's super interesting. They kicked out Lyris? Maybe for something like Minsk and Boo? They don't have a fetch land, by the way. Yeah, I'm not gonna crack my land then, because they don't have a fetch land. I'm just gonna chill here. Like, the Deathrite is not even making mana, so it can exile some cards, but whatever. Deal me some damage, that's totally fine. It's not good here. No fetch land, no good. Okay. Triple discard. All kinds of discards too. Couldn't decide which one. Tired opponent reveals each non-creature. I guess this is a main deck card. It's like a better main deck to rest because at least you draw a card if they don't have anything. But you lose always 2 life. Oh my god. Well, now the Deathrite is a bit annoying. Oh wow, okay, interesting. Huh. Oh, okay. Well, that makes things easy. Like now I can fetch in response to them activating Deathrite here. And then dig through time technically. Or just let it happen and exile this Deathrite. I mean, you can do everything. I can exile the Deathrite and then still do it. I won't have a graveyard for this Mystic Sanctuary besides this dig through time left, but I mean, I'm casting dig through time, so I'm gonna find 2 powerful spells, and if they have more discard, I have Mystic Sanctuary, so. Okay, I don't have green. Just Leyline Binding costing 4 mana isn't great. I could just take Leyline Binding and Reality. Get me a big boy. And kill them. Yeah. Can always get back another dig through time if I want to. Doesn't look great here, to be honest. Just an 8 mana card. Ragavan, okay. Hidden Island. That's fine. Jeez. Do I put back that? I don't think so. It's okay to not get your value always, I think. Like, don't have to be that greedy. Alright, you get a look at my top card. Hopefully it's a good one. Dash. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and kill this. I mean, they don't have anything. Yeah, they're just giving up. Alright, good showing. I just want to point out real quick that I think we won this match, or this match, because of our blue-white stuff, not because of our combo. The combo is, I don't know, it's just a little gimmick, you know? It's just the way I decided to make this deck kill the opponent. But again, you can build this in many different ways too. Like, you can have a different kill condition, as I said in the intro. And yeah, I think what really got us here was the dig through time, of course, and just a cheap, clean removal. And yeah, just all you need. Mystic Sanctuary is incredibly good against something like this here. All right, next one. Another Lyris opponent. Yeah, this hand seems fine. I mean, Sigarda, not the greatest card ever, maybe. We'll see. Okay, Windswept Heath for sure. Going to get Raffine's Tower. Forties. I'm so good at guessing, huh? Maybe they get rid of the Sigarda. Maybe they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna lose to that. Technically could get Ketria Triome, I guess. They're gonna get rid of swords. Okay. The unfortunate thing is that Ketria Triome doesn't help me cast the Emperor, but in my green source, I also need double white for the Sigarda anyways, I guess. Sure. Ketria Triome would have been a bit better with the Leyline Binding. Grixis! Another 40s, okay. Alright, Ragavan here or what? Jesus. Okay, it's a good draw. Grixis Shadow, probably. Am I happy drawing a swords? Probably, right? Like, I'm likely playing against Grixis Shadow. A sword's gotta be better than a random card. Yeah, not happy about the Brainstorm resolving. Maybe I should let it. Maybe I should let it be, huh? Maybe I should maybe I should counter it actually. It's like Brainstorm putting back Fatal Potion and Unholy Heat or something like that. That would be great. On the other hand, Archmage Charm is kind of insane in this matchup, probably, because I can steal a thing. Alright, I decided at letting it happen. But yeah, Brainstorm in game 1 especially is super good for your opponent against the control deck, because they can just shuffle away the shitty cards, which they have plenty of. The post-board is less good, but pre-board, like, if I had a counterspell in my hand right now, for example, instead of this Reprieve, I would, boom, get out of here. I would use it. Shock and a pass. This looks like a Spell Pierce to me. It's like, try to counter this Emperor. I'm just gonna chill and do nothing. It's like, it looks weird to not use your mana at all, but this seems like a bit of a cat and mouse game here. And I'm happy prolonging this game, trust me, like I have the better late game. Do I? Do I have the better late game against Expressive Duration deck? Maybe they have drawn in a lock. I don't know. Not a swords. Now the swords looks kind of bad. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What am I even up against? Haven't played a single creature yet. Playing another iteration? Okay. So now you have to hit a 1-drop to have value, or a bobble, I guess. A 1-mana black card. Did you hit? Were you lucky? Or your 3 Thoughtseize already gone. Okay, didn't hit. I'm gonna use this opportunity, I think, to do this, because they don't have anything with the Lures to get back. So I just want to draw 2 here, get my 2 for 1, and then move on. I think they're sitting on some blue counter spells, drawn in the log, Spell Pierce, something like that. Probably Spell Pierce, because when they passed with that Steam Vent's Shock, I only had 3 cards in my graveyard, and I knew about the Emperor, so Drown in the Log wouldn't have done it. Also nice that Swords exiles against Lyris. It's like the question, do you run into the Spell Pierce here, end of turn? You don't have to, technically. We're definitely gonna get a Ketria Triome. Oh, what's happening? Are you gonna cast something? guess I have Mystic Sanctuary. I kind of forgot about that for a second. Oops. Yeah, I'm still gonna get a Ketria here. My hand is stacked. I don't need to use Sanctuary right now. What is this? A Brainstorm end of turn? Color Lance command, make me discard. That doesn't seem particularly good. So one card like Lurrus. I mean, I'd be very surprised if one of those cards is not Lurrus, is Bowmaster. Okay. Yeah, I'll let that happen. I'm at 18. In this environment, I would just play patient here and then likely verdict the board. Although that makes the Lurrus good. It's interesting. So this is gonna walk into a Drowned Log likely. But I could try my luck. They need a creature in the bin or an artifact. I'm gonna take a hit. I'm gonna play the Emperor here. I want to get a Counterspell out of the hand. Okay.
Feel the energy of battle.
They have Unholy Heat.
Like
Looks like Unholy Heat. Let's get rid of you. Lightning Bolt, sure.
Back to wandering.
3 cards in hand, 1 Lurrus.
I am almost sad to see
That's a
you
Mystic
go.
Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary is so broken. Just Swords the Channeler in the upkeep. I know I could steal stuff, but I think the Charm is better at being a Counterspell. And I kind of want to keep the Verdict for the Lurrus. I don't really want to... Yeah, that I think is a good plan, keeping the Verdict for the Lurrus. Yeah, not happy about seeing that resolve. I mean, again, they could put 2 bad cards away, have a fetch land. But then again, that's a bunch of things that they need to have at this point. Like they need bad cards and they need fetch lands, which they already used 4. So the Brainstorm, this stage in the game, a little bit later, maybe not that threatening anymore. Okay. Going a bit more aggressive. I think I'm gonna draw 2 here. I could also steal this and try to block. No, I'm gonna draw 2. I'm doing it right now because I don't want to get Bowmastered. Alright, sure. Man, this feels pretty nice against all these. Like, the format is very much centered around these Orcish Bowmasters, mid-rangey, Lurrus, Jun type of decks, Deathrite Shaman and all that. Playing a control deck in this environment with these amazing removal spells feels pretty good. Probably just gonna draw this Archmage Charm, right? If I may. I love it. Okay. Teferi. Am I boarding out Teferi again? Maybe. Yeah, my opponent is playing this very carefully. I think I'm just, I don't know, like these sweepers technically good against the creature-based deck, but my opponent played very slow. I guess Temporary Lockdown is a clean answer to Bowmaster, which is nice. Maybe I'm just gonna keep 1 and 1. What else? Scolding is interesting. Veil of Summer. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Mystic Dispute for Expressive Duration. And Brainstorm. Yeah, I don't have many bad cards. Kind of thinking that Teferi's not good here. Yeah, Teferi's just not good there. Like, opponent plays a bunch of 1-drops, cheap counters, Orcish Bowmaster. What do I want with this card? I'm thinking almost that I have too much in the way of, like, removal, spot removal. These are good against, like, 1-drops, of course. Maybe I cut Leyline Binding even, because that's, like, what is it even gonna get? Like, you know, there's nothing that it's efficiently getting, really. Veil of Summer comes in, Dispute, Scolding is a clean answer to Bowmaster, and Lurrus, to be fair, Lurrus as well. Yeah, seems good, actually. Seems good. Is Wandering Emperor worse? I want all these 5-drops. Is Wandering Emperor worse than, like, a Verdict? Lantern isn't crazy either because of graveyard shenanigans. I think I'm just gonna play another Lockdown over the Emperor. I'm not sure though. But what kind of convinced me on the Lockdown is that Grixis, 0 answers against it, first of all, so it's just clean. And Lurrus doesn't get anything back, right? Like, it's all exiled, so the Lurrus is more awkward. And it's a clean answer to Bowmaster, even though it costs 3 mana. Yeah, Bowmaster is ridiculous. It's yeah, maybe it's the best card. I don't know. What's the best card in this format? A bunch of. Maybe there's multiple the best cards. No, thank you. Okay, this is better. Huh. What do I do here? Like, I kind of don't want to play this on turn 1 because of Scolding. So maybe I just put it away. Fetch it. Yeah. So I'm playing 1 Breeding Pool, by the way. That if you go turn 1 Raffine's Tower, you can then fetch a Breeding Pool to have Leyline Binding. And when you go turn 1 Ketria Triome, then you can just fetch Hallowed Fountain and have Leyline Binding. Here I'm gonna get Hallowed Fountain, I guess. Get rid of this Ragavan. It's certainly nice that Reality, which is a bit of a... It's gonna be great on turn 1, where it's gonna save my ass, literally, because if this Ragavan, if I didn't have another one, like, I don't have swords, right? If I didn't have this, I probably just lose to this card here. Very likely. So it saved my ass there, and it has another utility in that it's sort of fetching your kill condition in this deck. So that is kind of cool. Okay, they play around the Scolding. That's smart. That is smart. But Bowmaster, I mean, it's a somewhat slow clock, and I have a Verdict, so maybe I'm gonna be okay. Kind of have to shock myself again, though. This is kind of painful. Ugh. Could get an island, maybe. Two life. Go to 13, go to 11, then I go to 9 here. But rest assured that the Verdict is live. It's the most important part, maybe. 2 more life. Toughy. I'm gonna not do it. I don't know about that one. Maybe I should have just played Breeding Pool untapped. Opponent has a good draw here, huh? Turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Orcish, turn 3 Expressive into another 1-drop. Yeah, that's certainly bringing the beats. Stern Scolding countering Lurrus is super nice. I could easily lose this game. The Ragavan. No. Could easily lose this game. Oh, wow. Strong, 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 strong. Hit a land. White land. Okay. Lurrus is just too much. We're trading everything, but they have one more card than I do. It's a pretty good one. It's not an... It's a pretty good card. It's a Lurrus. I guess I... Oh wow, that's aggressive. I guess I do have Mystic Sanctuary again. Yeah. But I kind of need a white mana as well. End of turn Brainstorm with a treasure seems pretty wrong, all things considered. Really wrong. So I run into another Spell Pierce here. I could play around it by getting... No, I can't really play around it. Yeah, Verdict looking kind of shitty, not gonna lie. It's a nice answer against Lurrus, I guess, but not great to, you know, wipe a board and then have your opponent Lurrus later. I could get the Archmage Charm, but I mean, I can't draw cards right now. The Lurrus is some time away. I'm just gonna get a Raffine Tower here. Maybe I just have to wipe away these Bowmasters. Just hope I draw something good off the top. I mean, I have kind of 2 turns to draw a Counterspell. They have 2 cards. Fragment Reality, that's not very good. Oh no, actually it is maybe good, because I can get the big boy. Yeah, okay. That's a plan. I kind of hope I get the Celestial guy, because I need cards. The Sigarda... Oh, they had 9 life, actually, never mind. The Sigarda is a 2-turn. Huh. Interesting. Not end of turn Brainstorm. This one I can get more behind. So you're actually using a mana that you otherwise maybe wouldn't have. But the treasure is a mana that you always have. So cracking the treasure to Brainstorm end of turn is absolutely egregious. What is this? Okay. And then get Lurrus back. Why did you shock yourself again? Isn't that a bit wild? They just don't care about their life total. Huh. Okay. That shock was totally unnecessary. Down to 4 life over there. They hit a Mystic Sanctuary. I mean, that would not have been a good draw. Yeah. Well. Okay, that's a start. I'm at 1. Yeah, I mean, there's not any options. I was like thinking for a second, what do I do? What do you do there? What's that decision gonna be like? No, for some reason I thought I can take 2 cards, and I was like, oh, I can fetch me a Mystic Sanctuary and put back like Reality on top. But no, that's not something I can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig through time. And this is where Brainstorm is so sick, right? Like all of a sudden I get to take a look at the top 3 for 1 mana. Maybe I should have kept the Hallowed Fountain in my hand, actually. Then I could have taken 2 cards. I could have, like, taken the fetch land, play it, and then crack, get the Reality. Then they kill me with a Bowmaster, I guess. Yeah, this game is still going to be difficult to win, that's for sure, but we can try. Verdict can go. Land can go. I already ticked that. I guess Reality goes and Brainstorm goes. Alright, I need to hit pretty good here. That's not good. Okay, actually, this actually works in a weird way. As long as they don't draw land off the top. What a wild game. I can put Reality back on top, or Scolding for that matter. I guess it doesn't matter really. And then I can Brainstorm into it, cast it, and then they cast Lyris. I hope they don't have the extra mana for the Bowmaster. And then we're Gucci. That Verdict exchange on the Bowmaster, like if they didn't have Lyris, this game would be winnable maybe, but because they have Lyris, it's just too bad. It's too bad. No, okay, that's a Brainstorm lock. I can kill the Ragavan, but I'm gonna draw 2 lands. I'm not gonna win this game. Okay. Verdict. I don't know about you, Verdict. I don't know about you. Maybe Emperor's actually kind of good. I think on the play this is a lot easier, by the way, like just in general. His play draw is very important in this format, I can tell you that much. You don't have to be a scientist to have that figured out. Anything, man, like these Planeswalkers get a little bit better on the play, but they're still bad against Bowmasters, which is the annoying part. I have 3 Dig for time, 3 Charm, 4 Brainstorm. I should have enough card advantage. I have double Sanctuary. It's like I only want these Planeswalkers if I feel like I need some more action, some more power. And I think this deck has enough of that. Sure. I mean, this is technically bad against the Ragavan turn 1. But I don't think you can bully in this hand. I have 11 draws for an answer to a Ragavan as well. And it's really just Ragavan. But yeah, just kind of tells you what a strain a card like Ragavan puts on the format. Ragavan is such a weird one because sometimes it's so embarrassing, especially in a Bowmaster mirror matches. But then sometimes it's just an absolute game-winning freaking house. And might just come down here. Oh, yes. Woo! Nice. Nice. Oh, I love this format. I love this format so much. This one could get banned, maybe. This one is pretty sick too, I think. This definitely won't get banned. I don't think this will get banned, maybe. I don't even know how much they will want to they want to ban stuff. Like this guy literally right up there on the ban watch list. If they want to restrict the format a little bit, starting with Lyris is definitely a good idea. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe like this format could be that crazy powerful that you could allow something like this. Because it does put some restrictions on you. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And I don't think I said in the previous video I said that this is like obviously the way to build mid-range and so on. But I'm not actually quite sure about that anymore, to be honest with you. Because yeah, there's some things. I'll have a video coming on a mid-range deck that doesn't play Luris, and might actually be correct. I'm just gonna counter a Bowmaster here. They're shocking them. Oh, okay, Brainstorm. The usage of Brainstorm here is pretty desperate. Every time my opponent resolves a Brainstorm like that, I'm wondering, if I had a Bowmaster in my deck and would be able to flash it in here. Yeah. Yeah. I just like the gameplay so much. What the frick is this? Why main phase it? Because you have Spell Pierce? I wish I had a Veil of Summer for once in my life. I wish I had a Veil of Summer. For once to be lucky and have that veil at the right moment. It would be so nice. Also, Breeding Pool is nice because you have Veil in your deck, so any fetch land represents Veil of Summer at that point. Oh, opponent getting to see the card, doing it the right way. Very smart indeed. The question now is, do I just dig for time right now? Or do I not? I think I have so much action in my hand. And the Mystic Sanctuary. Then I'm gonna chill with that play. Also, this could cost 2 mana at some point. Don't love that. Do not love that. Bowmaster, Jesus Christ. I would completely rip this opponent apart if I had Bowmaster myself. Stupid Ragavan players. Obvious. Leyline Binding. No, I think I'm just gonna put back a Counterspell. And then I'm gonna Archmage Shaman Ragavan. And hope that's going to resolve. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, opponent's usage of Brainstorm, I don't appreciate that. You kind of want to wait a little bit until you see more cards and dig deeper. Like, waiting another turn. They only cost you 1 mana to use. No, no, no. You're not just end of turn brainstorming like that. That's not what you do. No, no, no. It's a difficult card to play with, to be fair. Like, not that easy. I'm gonna counter. No counter back. Good. But Ragavan is gonna put me to 9. Oh, they got the Counterspell. Yeah, true. Okay. Could leave something for Mystic, but no. I'm always gonna have to dig for time in the bin. Okay. I like Lockdown and Counterspell here, maybe. Lyris doesn't have anything to get back right now. They didn't get that big Lyris back anyways. The next turn they Ragavan me, I Fragment Reality to Ragavan. They hit me for 2. Then they have a bunch of mana for Lyris. I guess I could just take Lockdown and Swords. Could also take Brainstorm and Lockdown. It's not unreasonable to take Brainstorm Lockdown because like this is just a free 2 right now. If I lock down the 1/1s and the treasures and fragment the Ragavan, I'm good. The only problem I guess is that yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna play it like this. I'm gonna shock myself actually. Just play it super safe. Take 2 more damage, go to 5. Life total is kind of whatever, I think. Like 5, 7, whatever. Like there's no racing situation after this because I'm gonna lock down. And the counterspell just makes sure everything resolves. So like that. These decks are not easy to play. Certainly helps that I have a bunch of experience. Oh. Lots of little decisions you can do wrong, as you can tell with my opponent miscasting their Brainstorm. But yeah, otherwise, credit where credit is due. My opponent has played this game pretty well, I think. Sort of making it awkward for me in various spots. The bubble. I'm down to just a few kill conditions, by the way. I'm just down to the 2 5/5s. Now that they they have Bobble, true. Totally forgot about that. Bobble actually works with Lyris. Ooh, yeah, newsflash. So even better that I took Counterspell because I do have to counter that. Swords to Plowsharing a Lyris that gets back Bobble. Not that nice. Dispute could come in handy here if they have a Counterspell. Not floating any mana. Good sign. No Bowmaster Reno. Like in formats like these, by the way, you can't. Like the decks are so landlight. Oh my god. Decks are so landlight that you always you cannot expect your opponent necessarily to draw lands off the top. They know about the dispute. Ah, that's why they did it this way. Oh yeah, true. Ah, shit. Why am I? It might have been a mistake what I did there. That's a big boy. I wish I could play it with Veil of Summer up. That would be nice. Oh well. I guess I'm not unhappy drawing it. I mean, I would have maybe rather found a removal and like a counterspell or something. Second order for the cards entering, you have the first card in the order will become the top card. Okay. It should get the job done, right? Like if they don't have some crazy weird card here. Thrown in the log. Please don't. Okay. Oh, merde. It was a fun match. It was a fun match, not gonna lie. It's pretty good. Where did I lost in the end? Where did I make a mistake? I don't know. Just my cards didn't line up. That last turn, I should have let the Bowmaster resolve. Probably. Just go to 4. Have them have a 2-turn. If I let the Bowmaster resolve, I lose because I draw Brainstorm and then I can't use Brainstorm because they have Bowmasters. Wow, yeah, I don't know. Like the early game lined up really well for them. The Spell Pierce is getting me twice, dealing me damages. The Ragavan hitting me a bunch of times. It's just this Bowmaster is so fucking annoying. Sorry for the usage of my words. I'm just a bit frustrated I lost this one. I think on average this should be a good matchup, but yeah, no, I mean these blue-red Grixis type of decks, they're pretty freaking efficient and good, so you can lose with anything to this, of course. Like Luris is just freaking broken. Bubble and all that stuff. It was a close match, close game. Damn it. Dealing me exactly lethal with the Sharks at the end. Funny. Alright, GG. Alright, play first. Yeah, that's fine. Finally starting a match on the play. That helps. Yeah, still thinking about that last match. The small margins, really. Like, I'm wondering if, I don't know, some of these cards were different in my deck. Like, for example, if you had Uro in this matchup, like, Uro is completely unbeatable for them, right? Like, so Uro would help against someone like a Grixis Shadow deck to completely destroy the every living soul out of them. Or you could splash and play an Esper control deck, or you could play a Dimir control deck and just play Bowmaster yourself and make Ragavan completely embarrassing. And also Bowmaster of your opponent will be a lot worse, right? Because you can play it patiently, you have the long game, so they play it first, then you Bowmaster their Bowmaster, and so on. So there's little things that can make the matchup a lot better from a control perspective. And this particular list, kind of weak against these Ragavan thingies and Bowmasters. Which maybe not the place where you want to be right now. I'm just gonna let the dig through time be taken. I guess I could have let them take the breeding pool as well, but yeah. Ragavan, 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 Ragavan. Oh, Ragavan. 5 cards in hand. I'm gonna get a Raffine's Tower, please. I'm gonna steal one of you boys. Probably the Ragavan. The Archmage Charm has kind of been okay for me, to be fair. That was one of the questions I had. It's been decent. It's not been terrible. It's not been too slow, sort of. I mean, I'm playing 8 1-mana removal spells. It's kind of unlikely that I'm not having an answer for Ragavan. Plus 4 Leyline Binding, which is a 2-mana removal in my deck, pretty much. A turn 2 removal for, yeah. It's kind of unlucky that I don't have an answer for this, of course. I have 12 cards. Okay. Now I can't use Brainstorm anymore. Maybe this was bad. Maybe I just need to counter that, but then the Ragavan hits me again. Ugh, yeah. Can also steal this. Stealing this is a bit better against Bowmaster number 2. Yeah, these Bowmaster decks, they're popular. They are definitely popular. Yeah, I wonder if I should have gone like Brainstorm in response to this and then Counterspell, or depending on what I draw, maybe do something different. Probably would have been the better line. Tough. Good thing is I can dig through time next turn. For cheap. My opponents are also not joking around. You know, like turn 1 Ragavan into turn 2 Teferi. What the heck? Atraxa? Oh, wow. Not even playing any card selection, right? Why need you, right? Like, you just got it all in your hand. Plus the ritual. Oh, this is funny. This is hilarious. Oh man, it makes me a little bit more happy about the prospects of winning this matchup, I guess, at least. They get a treasure, which is the problem. Like, I almost want to block here, and then I can brainstorm into like a counterspell, maybe. Sorry, into a Leyline Binding. I need a Leyline Binding to be able to win this game. The Death Rite also makes mana, though. I think I'm just gonna block the Bowmaster. And then they can Thoughtseize me. But I have 2 good cards at least. And I kinda just need a Leyline Binding right now. This is ridiculous. And it's kind of funny that I'm still in the game too, right? Like, it's amazing. I mean, I'm very likely gonna lose this, of course. But I'm in the game. If they take Dig Through Time, then I brainstorm into a Leyline Binding and I have sort of stabilized. Not really, they have a Lightning Bolt, I guess. But I can counterspell a Lightning Bolt, you know? And then I just need an answer for another sneak attack. I also have Death Rite, which can gain me life. I can Fragment Reality the Worldspine one. If they hit Ragavan, it would be pretty good for me. Yeah, what's the play? Just Fragment Reality the Worldspine one, probably, right? Could also Reality the sneak attack, but that seems worse. I have Mystic Sanctuary now too. I have Lightning Bolts. I'm gonna use it right now because I don't want to fetch and then they bolt in response or some shit like that, and then I have to use my white sword. And then I can't Reality for. I don't actually know what to put there. Maybe the dig. Probably the dig. Could see the Archmage Charm. It steals the Ragavan. This is amazing. I mean, they can also have 2 more cards, right? Like, it's kind of problematic what's happening here. But this matchup probably is good for me, though. Let me block here? Interesting choice. How do I do this? Do I make mana here? Then exile this? Probably best, right? Otherwise I could just do it now, then I don't have a mana less essentially. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I can gain life with this, but there's no way I have the opportunity to gain life with this right now, right? Because I'm gonna go to 3 and then I have Lightning Bolt to kill me. I also need to play a little faster. I'm just hoping they hit sneak attack. They're gonna hit Atraxa anyways, we all know that. Bowmaster is not good for me. Yeah. Bowmaster is really annoying. I go to 1, no more fetches. Yeah. I needed them to hit like Ragavan or sneak attack there. Yeah. Certainly could have won this game with a little bit more luck. But I think at this point I can scoop it up. I have the counterspell, but there's no way I'm winning. Crazy. Like, they had the Nutter Butters insane mega draw, right? And I still somewhat in it. But I think this matchup is very good for me. Like, Words Penworm, Sneak Attack. Come on, that's gonna be very bad in this matchup. Maybe good in against some jumped opponent, I guess. Like someone who doesn't have counterspell. Oh yeah. But you can't really go wrong when you start Ragavan, Deathright Shaman, Bowmaster, Thoughtseize. I mean, those are just the 4 best. Some of the best cards in the format, right? Just gonna play this stupid Tolsimir. I'm gonna try it. So it seems kind of nice against the Emperor. Sorry, not against Emperor. Against Bowmasters. Okay, I could play Needle. Probably want Veil of Summer here. Change the equation is probably better in Reprieve. Although they might have Veil actually as well. So maybe Counterspell is the worst. Lockdown seems fine. Emperor seems okay. Not great, but okay. Swords. Swords is very good against the Worm, but not good against Atraxa. Yeah, I probably just need the Needle for the thing. Why was there Teferi still in my deck? Anything? I need to make 2 more cuts. Maybe Lockdown on the play can go. Maybe the Emperor. I know that Scolding is technically... maybe Scolding is actually good on the play. Tough. Man, playing control in these formats where all of them goes Dark Ritual, Sneak Attack. Hilarious. That is not fun. That is just fine. Not great. It's fine. It has everything I want. It has 2 mana. I mean, it has a good early game at least. And then as long as the only thing it's missing is lands, basically. Okay, that's a land. I mean, that's what I'm asking for. I'm just gonna pass here, I think. The Deathright doesn't do anything without fetch. I mean, my opponent could have a fetch here, I guess. They do. So now they have 3 mana. Yeah, I could have swords this, but... So keeping up a counterspell also makes sure that nothing crazy happens here, so I think that's just better. Yeah. Green, red, okay. Oh. Lovely, a mirror breaker, sure. I mean, this is something awkward that can happen with Mystic Sanctuary, that you just draw both in the early game. That's really unlucky, to be fair. But it can happen. I think I do the same again. Just chill with my Counterspell. Okay. Looks like a Bowmaster if they're doing this, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, it's a Bowmaster. Do I want Bowmaster to resolve? Yeah, I think Bowmaster resolving is fine. I guess I would use swords. Whatever. Use swords because here they would gain 2 life if I use swords on the Ragavan, but it's just the worst card, all things considered. So. Alright, yeah, Bowmaster, kill the Ragavan, and then they have 2 lands against my 3 lands, and they have a Bowmaster, and I got the Counterspells and stuff. Seems like an okay situation. Oh, nice. Alright, pass. I could steal the Ragavan. Not gonna do that though. Like now, they could be stuck with like 4 mana sneak attacks, Spine Worms, Atraxas, all that stuff. Yeah, I think I say no to that. It just makes it a lot easier to, you know, deal with them. Alright, talking about cards to be stuck with. How about drawing your 5 drop? I've played against 3 Ragavan Bowmaster decks in a row, huh? When you play against Ragavan Bowmaster deck, the only thing you want is Bowmaster, really. It's just kind of funny that the best answer to Bowmaster is Bowmaster itself. That one I'm gonna let happen. Do I? Oops, that was a bit hasty. I was still thinking what I wanted to do.
Hope you're ready to lose.
I think I just make 2/2s here. Yeah. I shouldn't have. Should have just taken damage and then not given the information, of course. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna play my guy. Not too afraid of anything. They play sneak attack. It could get ugly, I guess. Next on the following turn, if they have Dark Ritual, sneak attack, and a thing, it could also get ugly. But in the end, they need 3 cards for that because they either need land, sneak attack, and a big thing, or they need like ritual, sneak attack, and a big thing. So they have 4 cards. Kinda unlikely that they're gonna hit. And if I get the Cerise going, I'm easily gonna win this game. So. Ah, come on. They had it. They had the Molten Collapse. Alright. Alright, fine. So far, I've always died when that thing hit the battlefield. I should have maybe attacked with this too. Nah, I think it's actually good not attacking with that. Because if they find a kill split for this, I can still block these. Yeah, no, this is good to not attack with the Samurai there. Ooh, that's a good draw. That's a nice one. And look, like Wandering Emperor is just taking this one down here in itself. Just a nice little bit of value, a couple Samurais. That's all you need. Or, like the creatures are much smaller often, right? Oh my god, actually this is not a good draw. I'm just starting to realize, jeez. Yeah, this is not a good draw in the face of Bowmasters, huh? Shit. Good against Veil of Summer, but not particularly good against Bowmasters in play. I've drawn all 4. Yikes. Glad I realized that. Or it was too late. Keep the land in hand because Brainstorm also. Brainstorm is not resolving this game. Oh my. Shit. I'm gonna lose this, I already know. Yeah, that's a good attack. Maybe I should have made another samurai last turn. Although then the orc would have eaten my samurai. If I chose to attack with it. Oh May, this is just stupid. Bowmaster getting me every game. Yeah. Just really makes me think that you have to play Bowmasters in your control deck. Or like tell me a good answer that you can play. Like we don't have Forked Bolt. We don't have Fire Eyes. We don't have good answers for this. Stern Scolding is like the best answer, but Stern Scolding is so awkward in that whenever you're on the draw and your opponent goes turn 1 Deathrite or Ragavan, it's shit. Can't reprieve this. Definitely not happening. Opponent's at 5. Oh man, this would be a mistake. Like I got so unlucky this match. First my opponent has the complete nut draw. And now I draw boards actually. Alright. Oh my god, I love it. I have another island in hand as well. Oh, this is just hilarious. Like my opponent has no black now. They're staring down the abyss. Okay, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna hold that, I guess. There's nothing I can find here. I guess Leyline Binding I could find and cast. Yeah, true. But like it wouldn't do any immediate effect anyway, so I don't care. And like right now the Blood Moon is doing more damage to them than to me. Okay. God. Kill me already. Yeah, Reprieve, huh? Reprieve, my buddy. Yeah, but like they had 3 cards in hand the whole time. Like imagine I would have played against the last opponent again, who had Luris on top, and then all the cards costing 3 or less. That probably would have meant that, you know, I assume they're stuck with something, right? They're stuck with like Wordspine Worm or whatever. And that's your own fault. I mean, don't play that. But I mean, whatever. Don't play that. I'm saying that maybe too early. Maybe there's something to it because like it's gonna win the mirror matches and stuff like that. But my initial thought is that it's just don't go there. It's unnecessary. You can win with Ragavan and stuff. Well then maybe not. But yeah, Bowmasters, etc. Blah blah blah. I'm talking too much. Also just have fun and try stuff. Why not? I'm trying stuff too. Like this is pretty wacky. Probably the Fragment Reality shenanigans I'm doing here. So I can't really fault anyone else for trying shit. My opponent's so good at drawing Bowmaster, I kind of want to Scolding. But Scolding is awkward in the sense that, you know, if they play Fable or whatever, it's not going to be that good. Could cut a land on the draw, maybe. Is that greedy a bit? I've never used Otawara, and I can't really think of situations where I would use it, but here it's, funnily enough, kind of good against Wordspine Worm. But to be fair, if they're smart, they would board out Wordspine Worm in this matchup, because that just seems so bad against Swords to Plowshares. So they just have Sneak Attack Attractor, which that actually is good, because it draws them like 5 cards or whatever. Yeah. Temporary Lockdown, maybe. They play Deathrite too, right? Maybe I need some sweet. I don't know, man. It's just these 1-mana cards are so shitty against Bowmasters. I always sort of lose to Bowmaster a little bit. Like it's a slow clock, but it is a clock after all. And just makes me think like just splash black for Bowmaster, play an Esper control deck, do your Fatal Push, whatever, or play blue-black control. Yeah. Spoiler, there's a blue-black control video coming ahead, so I'm gonna put that out there. It's gonna come! And I think that blue-black control deck is freaking good. It's really good. Alright. I'm gonna definitely put that sanctuary right where it belongs. Into the library. Decisions. Already decisions here. Like the Brainstorm, I could keep it up. Could fetch. Yeah, I mean, you always want to play fetch there, I think. Yeah, you do. It's a bit annoying with the Shaman, though. But I can. Like, right now they don't have fetch lands, so I might not want to fetch at all. Alright. They just attack. They mulligan to 6. Just as I did. No, smart. I could Brainstorm to just find stuff. It's like Brainstorm's gonna be dead for a while. Should do that. Not really what I was looking for. Maybe I should bottom the Windswept Heath, actually. Ah, man. Just losing because I don't have a white card. Thinking about fetching right away. Now the Death Red is on as well. We'll see, we'll see. Snapcaster Mage also seems kind of nice in this environment. And so does Uro. Like, again, like all these black greenish decks or whatever, they're kind of bad against Uro, I think. Sure, Bowmaster's pinks a little bit, but Uro is just such a killer. Besides Deathrite, they don't really seem to... Man, they have a lot of Bowmasters. Seriously it? They just have a bunch of Bowmasters every game? Oh, man. If I fetch here, that's just gonna Bowmaster me, right? I guess I could steal the Deathrite. Nah. Play it patient. Play it patient. I really didn't want to draw the planes, but I think it's good to play patient here. How do I do this? This will be a Ketria Triome, likely. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this is so annoying, right? Like, all of a sudden, this black mid-range deck has this annoying flash card they're bothering you with. Like, you have to play in your turn. It's not good for blue. It's not bueno. And now they can resolve their Fable or their Sneak Attack. Back house. Okay, Blood Moon again. Oh man, that's also pretty good, yeah. I mean, playing this deck allows you to play Blood Moon. My opponent's a bit of a cheesy deck here. And yeah, Blood Moon with 3 permanents in play against my hand. That's literally a blank now. I mean, what am I expecting, honestly? What am I expecting? I'm playing a gimmicky fun deck and my opponents are playing the best cards in the format. It's not a gimmicky fun deck. I think this is a good version of blue-white. It has a good core. But some things could be different. And I could be better at drawing my 1-mana removal spells early on. I don't know. Like, definitely getting a little unlucky here and there too. So yeah, Bowmaster's just a freaking house. Blood Moon ain't bad either. Bowmaster, for me, Bowmaster so far seems like the most egregious card. It's just so defining. And it is so powerful in various ways. It stops early game, it's defensively good. It is proactively good, it stops all the card drawing shenanigans. Maybe you have to ban Brainstorm and Treasure Cruise as well if you ban Bowmaster to sort of balance things out then. But Bowmaster has been like the most... It's also just so pesky and annoying. Like, the gameplay with this card, it's just too efficient, too strong. You cannot really go wrong with it anyhow. There's no good clean answer. Like, there's some clean answers to it, but too few, you know? And it also has Flash on top of all that. Like, if this would be a sorcery speed card, it would be a lot fairer. But Flash? Are you serious? Like... And I mean, Modern, for example, allows the Bowmaster right now. I don't know how long it will allow it, but it allows it for now. But Modern is also a different format. In Modern, Ragavan is allowed. In Legacy, Ragavan is banned. Reason being that Ragavan is just, because of various other things that are going on in the format, so much more egregious in Legacy. And that's thing could be for this case. In this case, like, Bowmaster is just way too good for this format, but fine in other formats, you know? Or like, not fine, very strong in other formats, but like, you can have it. Interesting. My opponent choosing to play slower. Worried about Emperor? Oh, okay. Huh. A glimpse of hope. They can drain one more time. Go to free. Actually, just steal it now. Ah, they might do a mistake. Ah, nah, maybe this was a mistake. Nah, this was stupid. Like, I should just steal it now. I should have stealed. Like, now they just have one more color of mana available to them, and you know, who knows what they do with that. And the worst thing, the least worst thing is still bad for me, because now I have one less card for dig through time. I should have just stolen it. It would have been better, of course, like if they didn't have done anything there, I would have had a blocker, which would have been awesome. But that's sort of the upside, but like, seriously, that's stupid. Okay. Okay. Wow. Making a comeback. What can I do here? So I don't have green mana. I mean, I do have green mana, but only via Deathrive Chain. So I can't quite make life, so I probably just have to Archmage Charm this Deathrite over there. Yeah. And then, oh. I can get rid of Blood Moon, funnily enough. I don't think I want to, though. I also have Leyline Binding in my deck, so I have plenty of ways to get rid of Blood Moon. Another Swamp. Another Deathrite, okay. Okay. So Deathrite can sort of control itself a little bit, because I can exile stuff that they target with Deathrite, which makes it a bit of a weird play pattern. I'm just gonna untap for now. Breeding Pool, okay. I can also get rid of the Bowmaster. They probably hit like either Deathrite or Ragavan. Then I can Brainstorm, which could be good. Again, I probably would lose this game if these two cards are actually like cards they can play. I'm starting to think again that this is like a sneak attack or like a big dum-dum. And if this would be anything else, it would lose this game easily. Like, just play red black mid-range, you know? With Blood Moon, that's already a pretty good strategy in this format. What do I do here? I mean, I have to kill this, and then at that point we're sort of in a stalemate. But I'm gaining 2 life at least, because I can like make a mana and exile this. I'm not really progressing. I can also kill the Blood Moon and get another charm back. No. To kill the Bowmaster. The Bowmaster is too annoying. If I kill the Bowmaster, am I beating the Death Ray and the 1-drop? Probably not, because I don't even have an answer. I need to find something with the Brainstorm then. Like, I have 3 draws, but like, I'd rather be at parity, I guess. I'd rather be at this situation, I think. I'm actually not gonna play that, am I? Yeah, I don't think so. Not sure, maybe I should. It's also a green source, so later if I remove Blood Moon, I have Deathrite, Milky. There's only 1 green creature, to be fair. There's only 1 creature, so there's only 1 time I can gain life here. Whew. Wild. These games are so fun though, like I love it. Alright, so now I'm gonna make green mana. Green life. Alright. The struggle is real. Okay. Well. Funnily enough, I think I actually get rid of the stupid Bowmaster. Yeah. Then was this bad? I mean, the Brainstorm is... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Brainstorm now because I really don't want them to drop Bowmaster and completely get... Oh my gosh, this is kind of bad. No, this is kind of bad, yeah. Alright. Sure. One more land, which is a precious green mana source, by the way. Opponent just concedes. I didn't have much going on. Whew, felt like I escaped there. Certainly feeling the strain here. Feeling the pressure that Bowmaster puts on your deck, on you, on your life. You know, Bowmaster is oppressive. At least, yeah, Bowmaster is really good, and you have to have it in your mind. I mean, I'm not saying like it has to be banned necessarily, but you cannot play a deck that is weak to it. And even though I'm not playing like Ragavan or Dragon Rage Chandler, which, you know, are especially weak to Bowmaster, it still is pretty annoying because I don't have a good way to answer it cleanly. I just sort of have to like Swords to Plowshares, the Orc or whatever, which is fine. I mean, it's not terrible. They got 1 damage and a 1/1. But yeah, I was not able to draw many Swords to Plowshares, I guess, in these games. I was like top 20 in just 1 Fragment Reality. Anyways. Deathbright is looking good. This is also one of the best cards in the format for sure. It lines up well against Bowmaster. That makes it so much better than the other 1-drops. That's what I realized. 2 toughness. Incredibly important. Ragavan, I'm a bit down on Ragavan. I'm down on Dragon Rage Chandler and all those. Deathbright I'm very high on. You're gonna see more Deathbright decks in the future, that's for sure. Alright guys. That was blue-white Fragment control. I'm not super sure. Honestly, like, I'm doubtful, to be exact. I'm doubtful that this is the best way to kill your opponent. I think either maybe Kaleem or Uro. Uro is sort of the one I have in my mind right now as being the best option to, you know, gain a bunch of life back. And, you know, I think that might be the best kill option for a deck like this. But the core of this looks pretty decent. And you can always play Portable Hole instead of Fragment Reality, which gives you more answers to all the problems. At which point you wouldn't play Temporary Lockdown, but I think that's okay if you don't have that, because people usually, like, you have to have early removal and Portable Hole. Portable Hole is awesome. I think Portable Hole is quite good. And I'm happy to run Portable Hole. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me your ideas in the comments. And next up is going to be another exciting one. See you there.